Hi, and welcome to this time of prayer. And what are the things that you commit to in life? That it's easy to say, you know what, I am going to commit my time, I'm going to commit my resources, I'm going to commit thinking about putting myself in, putting myself out there. What are the things that we like to commit to? What are the things that it's like, I'll pass? What are the things that, yeah, I would like to commit to, but I know I'm not going to follow through? So, what are those things? So, for today, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 7 through 8. Be the best in this work of grace in the same way that you are best in everything, such as faith, speech, knowledge, total commitment, and the love we inspired in you. I'm not giving an order, but by mentioning the commitment of others, I'm trying to prove the authenticity of your love also. So Paul is saying, who's the writer of 2 Corinthians, Paul's trying to give a sense of, you know what, you commit yourself to things just as others commit themselves. And so what are they? Are they things like grace? Be the best in this work of grace in the same way. And we could go, wait a minute, okay, what is grace? It's like a little bit of mercy. It's a little bit of compassion. It's a little bit of kindness. It's a little bit of trying to go, wait a minute, I get to let that go. I am loved and continue to be loved no matter what. Now I can go forward. Grace has all of these elements to it. And Paul's like, what if we commit to being the best with grace, with extending grace, with not only receiving grace from God, which we can never say, I don't want. God's like, nope, I'm going to keep giving it. But how do we become the best? How do we become committed to extending grace to others? And not just those we like or those we don't like. What does that begin to look like? To have compassion and kindness and love. Now, grace is also, it's not to say that there's not accountability in there and that we don't do things that we then have consequences for. But the grace that we're talking about is this overwhelming love that we not only receive, but how do we begin to live it? How do we begin to commit ourselves to living that grace that God so freely gives us, that we don't have to do anything for? Pray with me. Oh God, we give thanks for the grace that carries us, that says we are worthy, that claims us as yours, that says we are loved, and no matter what we do, we will always be loved. Help us, oh God, this day to understand how that grace begins to come into our lives, but then also how we get to extend it and live it and commit to it with others. Help us, oh God, to understand how we commit every day in our habits and interactions, in our words, how we commit ourselves to living that grace. Help us, oh God, this day and every day. Amen. Have a great one.